Hello and welcome to RevEx News Network's Election Night 2020 coverage. I am your host, Professor Theophilus Rex, and let's get to the news. With many more votes left to count, it is now official. More people have voted for Joe Biden than any other candidate in American history. And that also means that more Americans voted against Donald Trump than any two-party presidential candidate in the history of the United States. The Trump legal team has sued several states over election results. The campaign's crack legal squad is led by Rudy Giuliani, seen here looking into the light so he can ascend to the land of the trolls where he will retire and rejoin his people. Still no results in from Alaska, which is no surprise as the results must be delivered, according to state law, by sled dog. We now go live to Wayne County, Michigan.
Hell yeah, we demand a Republican poll watcher be allowed inside, or else.
You mean like Jeff? Hi, I'm Jeff. Former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi has joined Trump in making claims of voter irregularities. Never forget, Pam Bondi stole a dog from Katrina refugees and fought them in court to keep the dog for more than a year. Nothing she says has any value, ever. We go live to a press conference in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hey, I know you just gave me the real data, but what about this fake data I got from Republicans? Can you address that?
No. Next question. Republicans are now making claims that they've seen ballots thrown into trash cans. Editorial. Hey Republicans, if ballots are actually ending up in the trash cans, why don't you maybe pick up the ballots from the trash can and give them back to the elections officials? Or, you could whip out your phone and take some pics or video, which would be guaranteed to go viral, no matter how poorly you staged them. In response to the latest failure of a Trump lawsuit, Republican judges released a statement today addressing the president and his staff. It reads simply, "Come on, guys, at least give us something to work with." In Washington, D.C., Trump narrowly leads by 13,000 votes against Joe Jorgensen. Like exactly 13,000. Seems suspicious. Somebody call Rudy. The latest results from Georgia have led to a rare moment of bipartisanship in 2020. In a joint release from both the Biden and Trump campaigns, the combined campaigns, their staff and supporters said, "Hey, the 1.6% of Georgia voters who voted third party or write-in, go fuck yourselves." Donald Trump just gave a very concerning address to the country. To avoid violating Godwin's law, let's just say Benito Mussolini would have loved Trump's speech. Let's go to a clip from the speech.
Well, it's the same message. We will defeat them. We will fight them till we clean our country from their dirts.
Thank you very much.
At 6:55 p.m., Trump's lead in Pennsylvania is now down to 73,000 votes, which is only 0.1% more than the number of lies he told in that speech he just gave. This just in, Rudy Giuliani has been dispatched by the campaign to get tough with state officials in Pennsylvania. I'm sure Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman is quaking in his Wolverine boots. This is an actual photo of Lieutenant Governor Fetterman. Breaking. After Trump learned the news about Ballot Initiative 81 in Washington, D.C., he was filmed walking across the White House lawn. I understand we have that video. Can we go to it?
This is the end, beautiful friend.
Trump's lead in Pennsylvania continues to shrink, and in particular, Trump should be scared that he's fallen behind in Erie County. Get it? To any dads watching, you have Creative Commons authorization to claim you wrote this past joke when you tell it to your kids. You're welcome. Seriously, it's getting drunk and I'm late. Is it just me, or every time Steve Kornacki says male votes, you think he's talking about dudes? Just me? All right. At this point, Steve Kanicki has started reporting votes from Georgia and Pennsylvania individually in batches of one. Okay, there are 57,000 votes still left in Philadelphia alone. Biden is getting over 90% of that vote. Trump's lead is 26,000 votes, and there are still at least 50,000 votes outstanding in Pittsburgh and more elsewhere. To paraphrase a certain American classic, ding dong, Mr. Witch, ding dong. And they're living here in Allentown. All right. Who else is singing Billy Joel every time Steve Meineke mentions Allentown? My name is Kenny, and I'm here to say the vote margin in PA is down to 18K. Okay, here's how to explain it to your Republican uncle. You can't cancel the game and declare victory at the end of the first half of the ninth just because you're up by one and you know that the other team is leading off with a fully roided Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, and Barry Bonds, and your only remaining pitcher is a guy whose best pitch is a 50-mile-per-hour fastball. It's just not fair. This just in, Georgia is now 665, so, not the devil. Whew! Steve Krampus says we're probably about one Clayton County update from Biden taking the lead. In other news, several states legalize psychedelics.
In the quarters of heaven, victory, 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 victory. For angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. Hamanda aka ata raka teda baka sanda ata ambo osa kata rite eke banda ata rikiti.
An important question that no one has asked is how well is Biden doing with the Mothman vote in Pennsylvania? Hashtag nerdy regional cryptozoology joke that makes it seem like I know something about the local culture when I just remembered that Richard Gere movie. Hashtag stay blessed. Georgia is 463 and Steve Gutenberg needs to get some sleep. This election night is kind of like the director's cut of Return of the King if it were directed by Tarantino. Let's hurry up with the counting, Steve Carnegie Deli. I've got like 3 or 4 more jokes already written based on you telling me new shit. Pennsylvania just sent a very clear message to Donald Trump. Leave the keys on the desk and take this fucking Kid Rock poster with you. Steve Kornacki has an update on Biden in Pennsylvania.
It's over 9,000!
I understand we also have reaction from Rudy Giuliani.
And what, 9,000? There's no way that can be right!
This just in, MSNBC reports that despite widespread rumors to the contrary, Democrats do not, in fact, eat children. I believe we now have live footage of Donald Trump on the phone with author J.K. Rowling.
Hello, Jay. I call you Jay. Hey, I'm transphobic too. Can I borrow that little time turner thingy from those pot movies?
Donald Trump has started making a list of Republicans who didn't stand by him strongly enough as he lost the election. He plans to punish them with his overwhelming power to issue a sternly worded tweet that Twitter will then hide. Now that I've been through the most important election of my lifetime for the 8th time in the 2000s, I'm pretty tired of participating in history in the making. Can we please, for the love of God, go back to scandals about bare shoulders or tan suits? Here's another way to explain it to your Republican uncle. It's your 50th birthday party and you're blowing out the candles and you blow and you blow and you blow and you get 47 of them, but you run out of breath and then 3 candles stay lit. That doesn't mean you're 47 years old. You're still 50. But shots to your 50th. Here we go.
Do you think we're stupid? You think we're fools?
Said Rudy Giuliani, the only Republican to get duped for the second Borat movie. Can you imagine if Hillary had won instead of Trump? I mean, taco trucks on every corner and all that, but you can be damn sure Clinton would have made better appointments than Trump. And now a report from our resident film critic, Professor Theophilus Rex.
So the first 2 Tuesdays of the week were intense, and then the third had its moments, but by the fourth it was clear they had more show time than plot, and they're really just stretching to fill the runtime, bloated and meandering, like later Scorsese or Tarantino.
Hey, the world. It's the US. Sorry about that. We're back. Yeah, I know we said that last time, but, help us with the Putin problem and maybe we can prevent this next time. Cool? Good night. From the Revolutionary Exchange Productions RevEx News Desk, I have been your host, Professor Theophilus Rex. Good night, and wear a mask.